Hello guys, and welcome to part 2 of the Battle of Aquae Sextiae, fought in 102 BC between Marius, who's actually fallen or taken prisoner. Let's assume he's a prisoner in this battle. We don't want him dead, right? That would change history a bit. A bit too much, I mean. But he's actually the dead pile now. And the Romans here are fighting against some German tribes, actually two of them, Ambrones and Teutons, and they are led by Teuton king Teutobod, or Teutobodus. If you remember from the first session, we had a lot of action happening on the Roman right-hand flank, when Marius suddenly and unexpectedly left his position on the ridge and charged. We did that because we had that nice double time card, and then they also had a few right-hand section cards, so I dared to do that, to press on the attack there. But it was a bit of an anti-climax when Marius fell on the very first turn of his battle, even though he managed to gather a victory banner before he fell there. So a lot of action happening here, and that has yielded us 2 victory banners for the Romans and 1 for the Germanic tribes, and that's of course because of Marius' loss, or loss of Marius, I should say, I believe. Here, not that much happening, mostly skirmishing happening here. Actually, only, I think, no close quarters fighting here yet, but we might see that in this session because these flanks are pretty exhausted. And but on the other hand, we have Marcellus over there with his ambush force, and if he would enter the stage here, they could do some damage on those guys over there and yield some more banners. Let's see if they can pull that through. They have a card for it in their slot A here. The light troops, which could bring them in. We need to bring them in with the light troops, or because it's only light, or a leadership card. Anyway, it's the Germanic tribes who go next, and we'll see what they can do about the situation here. Okay, so they will play a tactic card or the lowest order count. They don't have any tactic cards, unfortunately, so they need to play the lowest order count, and that must be this one, because the other, this is 4, this is 3 units, this is only 2. So 2 units right, it will be for the Germanic tribe. So they need to activate over here with 2. So I believe, should we continue with the skirmish, or should we do some attacks here now? I could get my warrior in. You know what? I'm gonna take these 2. And I'm actually gonna move these guys here. And these guys here. So now the warriors will attack that bow unit who has been harassing a bit here, but no losses here, as you can see. But anyway, but they will evade. But I will roll my 4 dice, and any greens are hits. The bow unit saw what was coming, so they fall back here in good order. These guys cannot gain ground, but since this unit don't have any adjacent enemy unit, he can do ranged combat. So they will throw the javelins against the legionary unit with the leader. But that's a miss. So we replace the card in slot B and then go to the Romans. Let's see now if they can get those Marcellus ambush force into play. That would be pretty cool. Okay, C or lowest order count. So it will not be this one. So it will be 2 units on the right or 3 units center. because this is too many. So 2 over here or 3 in the center. Well, we could go on the attack here with that unit now, with the leader. Yeah, let's do the 3 center. It will be these legionaries taking the other guys with them. They are now leaving the Reach, inspired by Marius here. And the 3rd unit in the center, I believe we could force these guys up a bit. I'm gonna throw the Pila actually. These guys march down, and these guys as well. I need to remember that I kind of throw javelins with those guys as well. It will be hard for me to remember this in the first battle at least, because it's a pretty new rule for me. Anyway, from here we're gonna throw the javelins, and we target that Auxilia with 2 blocks there. That's a miss. Then we will... you know what? I'm gonna try with the peel on these guys first. I'm actually hoping to get the flag, so I render these guys unsupported. Let's see if we are successful with that. 1 die. Flag would be awesome. Not a flag, but a hit. That's the second best thing at least. Okay, cool. And then we do the attack with the leader here. That's Auxilia, so they cannot evade, so they need to stand and fight, but they can ignore 1 flag since they are still supported. So we got 2 hits on the Auxilia. They are standing their ground. No flags rolled even. So they hit back with 3 dice now. Let's see, no leader support, but they hit with 1 and they got the flag. So 1 of the legionary blocks goes down. The flag we have, we can ignore that, but we need to check that leader first. He's fine. So I could opt to take the flag or not. Actually, I could do that just because being a better defense situation here if these guys would attack, you know. All right. Now we replace that one because that was all, I think. And then we go back to the Germanic tribes. A, B, C. That's 3 cards that we don't know what they are really. 2 line commands and 1 leadership. Leadership any section that is. So we could activate to the bod with that. Or we do the line command. The big lines here are here, of course. But these guys would need to fight uphill then. It's not that good, really. Line command or the leader with the cluster there. You know what? I play the leadership any section. So it's these guys that will activate. And I'll dare to attack here now just because I will have leadership support here. So let's start here. Those guys will for sure evade. But we roll our 4 dice and hope for greens. Nothing. So these guys get up on the hill. These guys cannot move more since they evaded. And here we can do an attack against those guys who are unsupported. So we dare to do that. And we have leader support. So we are fighting on good terms here as the barbarian, I guess. Even though we have 1 less die than the Romans. But I hope we roll 2 hits and a flag. Well, thanks to Tutorboard, he's really inspiring the troops here now. 3 hits, that was pretty awesome. That was a hard blow against these guys. But they are standing the ground and they can battle back with 4. Let's see what they can, if they're holding. Okay, they got 1. Well, those were hit pretty hard. Probably these got good support by the cavalry here in their attack. So these guys needed to form some kind of flank defense if the cavalry will ride around, which we might do next turn. So that Roman infantry is in a really bad shape here now. They have a crisis in the center section, that's for sure. And it's a Roman's turn next. A or B. So we have the light troops, which could be any light troops here, and it could be the ambush force. I'm pretty tempted, actually. Then we have the move, fire, move. Not know if that's too interesting right now. And then we're also going to check what we have in slot B. That would be 3 units right, which is not really, but that could be... I mean, if I play the ambush now, then I have good cards again on my right-hand flank, so I could continue with my lights there and harass and kill off the remnants of those guys, and maybe even start harassing these guys in the back. So it's time for Marcellus to enter with his ambush force. And since I played light troops, I can choose the section where they enter. So let's see. I would like to attack 3 units this turn. And since these guys are kind of difficult because they can evade. Oh no, they cannot evade. They are on their line there. That's good. That's really, really good. So I don't have to. Let's see now. Let's see now what we're gonna do. Well, I need to bring my heavier troops towards the warriors. That's for sure. So I'm gonna bring these guys. That's 1. And 1. So these guys are eligible for battle. Now, I need to kill that. Okay, I'm going to take my chances. I'm going to put Marcellus here. I'm going to put... These guys will enter in the woods. They can battle when they enter woods. And I will... go in the light cavalry 1, 2. Let's go here. It's a bit of a dangerous situation. I think I might go 1 more. 1, 2, 3. I'm not super safe there either, but I think that will do, because we can do a ranged attack over here. Let's put both blocks down so we know everybody has moved. Okay, just to remember. Let's start with the warrior attacks here. So these auxilia will attack. I know I'm in a really dangerous position here because I need to retreat in that direction with the Romans. So I need to kill those guys off to be sure here. Actually, no, let's do it in a different order. I start with the light infantry attacking that cavalry. Now, could they evade? No, because they are still on that baseline, right? Just forget that. It's just a weird having the Romans attacking from that side, so messes my mind a bit. So I cannot evade. I need to stand and fight. The light infantry will attack those guys from the woods in close combat. It's 2 dice. But I have leader support, so I hit with blue. I hit with the leader symbol. I hit with flag, basically, right? Because they retreat off the board that. So every die has a 50% chance to kill those guys. So that's why I dare to attack there. And also, I'm pretty, safe in the woods from enemy attacks. That's a miss, actually. That was the worst possible roll, to be honest. No hits there. That sucked, really. And I need to check again. I have forgotten about the woods rules of the forest. So I need to check how many dice that cavalry will get. I'm back in a moment. Okay, so apparently they get 2 dice. It's 2 dice maximum to attack into woods, even if you're cavalry, I believe. So we're gonna attack with the medium heavy cavalry as a battle back, and we got 1 hit on the light infantry. Well, that was not a good beginning for the Roman ambush, to be honest. But I have one backup plan here. That light cavalry can now throw their javelins towards this guy, and still it's only 1 die, but I hit with a blue and I hit with a flag, basically. So I still have a okay chance to kill that unit. but we missed again. Worst possible rolls with the Romans here. Let's hope they're a bit better off with the charges of those guys. And I will actually start with Marcellus himself attacking that unit. The thing is, I can retreat with those guys. So 3 dice, I hit with pretty much everything. So we got 1 hit, we got 2 hits, and that's enough because we kill these guys. And by that we're getting the 3rd Roman victory banner. The Romans are now halfway to victory. Since we have a leader with us, I can advance and attack again. And I will do that, but I will attack the auxiliary here. 3 dice again. 2 hits needed. And I got him. Marcellus is doing his job here now. 2 down. The Romans are getting their 4th banner. I could advance once more with Marcellus, but I don't want to do that because I want to keep these guys in leader support as they do a very important attack against those guys. Remember, if they battle back, we don't have any retreat path here. So we could fare bad there. But let's see. They attack now first. 2 hits needed. And we got 1 and 2 hits and even a flag. So we kill these guys off as well. That's an optimal result on this hand. But the light units there, they couldn't catch that cavalry unit. Too bad. We should not... wait a minute. Did I take a victory banner already? Let's see now. I think let's see. We killed... We had 2 when we started the battle. We killed 2 warriors in the auxiliary. I don't think I did that actually. So I need to counter. I need to get this right. Hold on for a moment. I actually think it's correct. They should have 1 more. So it's 5-1 now because we had, when we started the battle, they were in a lead of 2-1, I remember. And now they killed 3 units here. The auxilia, 2 warrior units. So it should be 5, and these guys will actually advance. Okay. We could actually have won the battle if we'd been a bit more lucky there. That's crazy. I didn't foresee that good result, to be honest, when I started this turn. So the Romans are done. So replace that card, and wow, that went fast. So the barbarians need to do whatever they can now to hinder the Romans from winning next turn. Oh my. And that's the big problem. Where to go with that? They don't have anywhere to go. They are a sitting duck there. Let's see. The barbarians have an A or B or C card. It's a line command, another line command, or a clash of shields. Oh my. We have 2 places to do a clash of shields. Problem is, next time they get us. But if I play the line command, I cannot do anything with the cavalry, so they will get us anyway, right? And if I play the line command on these guys, well, I could move them back 1 and then they are upon us anyway. I mean, they have warriors, can go 2 and attack. So, no, sorry, I'm thinking, no, this is the Romans, of course. I mean, I could play the line command here, kill that guy, attack here. We won't get the leader with us. I was thinking the other way. I'm a pretty messed up in my brain because of that ambush thing there. I'm, thinking the other way around. I mean, it's the barbarians who can get the line command here, so they could kill these guys. These guys could go in and attack here, but then the Romans will probably get us in the next turn if they cannot attack us in that flank. But they have some good cards to activate over there, so I think it's over, to be honest. I could also do a line command over here. What would that yield us? Well, we could do attacks on 3 3 different units on the Romans here, but I can't see how we could win with that. So if we do the Clash of Shields, with a bit of luck I could actually get those guys, because I will get 4 dice here, and then I could place myself here. Yeah. And we could also attack with 5 dice there. We could for sure get, at least, we will get 1 victory banner, maybe 2. And put perhaps these guys in a bit better position for the next turn. We need to do that. So Clash of Shields it is. Sorry about the confusion there, but here we go. Clash of Shields. So these guys will battle and these guys will battle. Let's start here. The easy one. The easy one. It's dice to be rolled though. So it's 5 dice, we need 1 hit, and we have leader support. So pretty much everything hits. So this should do it. It was close though. Only 1 of the dice hits, but it's enough. So these poor legionaries go down. We get the second victory banner for the barbarians. We could actually go in and battle once more, but since we have no enemies in our vicinity there, I will just keep the nice supported cluster there. Next attack. This cavalry with 4 dice against the light infantry in the woods. You know, two from the beginning and 2 for the card. Oh man. Not a single hit, not a single flag, just a super bad roll by the barbarians there. So the light infantry can actually battle back now with 2. Then this could end it. Yeah, we got the flag. These guys are unsupported, so they ride off the map, and the Romans get their 6th banner. And let's just say for the narrative that they managed to catch where Marius was prisoner. I mean, these guys were getting the unit that, I mean, it was one of these warriors, I believe, who did it, right? No, it was a light cavalry who got them. So yeah, anyway, let's say we got Marius back to the Romans, and he can fight another day. But even then he was a loss. But if you look at the loss count here, or the victory banner count, only 2 banners for the barbarians, even though I felt it went so good here in the beginning. And if you think that one of these are Marius, they only managed to eliminate 1 Roman unit. And I believe that was the legionary unit here. That's pretty crazy, actually, thinking of that. I had the feeling that it went pretty okay on that flank. But what really broke the spine of the Germans here is that Marcellus ambush. I mean, they just eliminated 3 units in one go and were just 1 victory banner from the victory there. Pretty crazy. Yeah, otherwise really nothing happening here. We saw some losses in the end though on these guys, and over here we did a daring attack with the legionaries attacking, doing some losses, but then we got bounced back. Yeah, in the center, Tutobod was pretty convincing. They advanced slowly, pretty much grinding down everything that come up in front of them. The legionaries went down, and these guys just got too scared and went up on that hill again. So this was a nice little juggernaut here. And here, well, if not for the ambush, it would have been continuously even fight here with exhausted troops on both sides. Could have been interesting, actually. But this is how it ended with Marcellus. I think we could give the victory to Marcellus here, even though it was Marius' idea to send Marcellus away, you know, with the 3,000 men and to attack in the right moment. And they did attack in the right moment in this battle as well, because when these guys were weak and shaking and disorganized here, then they come in with big screams and hurrahs, right? And that just broke the remnants of the Germanic tribes there. So we have seen history repeated here today. So these guys are in full route now. The Romans will pursue them, kill them off. Pretty much, this is a slaughter. This is a revenge for Arosio, I believe, and you know, rest will be imprisoned and sold as slaves. I think actually in history, Gaius Marius, you know, normally the general who gathered the prisoners and sells them as slaves, he will get the money for it, of course, and I think he did here as well. But he actually did distribute that money to the soldiers in his ranks, actually. So he was really popular with doing stuff like this. So Gaius Marius was, I think, one of the most popular leaders in Roman history, actually. Because this was also a miracle. They broke the spine of a, well, I mean, you could debate on the accounts in history and the numbers of Germanics, but I mean, somewhere I read that there were like 250,000 men, or not men, but I mean the whole barbaric horde here was so many, but maybe not that many, and absolutely not in these battles, but you could imagine that there was at least 50,000-60,000 men here on the barbarian side. Anyway, good battle by Marius and good battle by the Romans, and nice to see the red blocks in action now, and we will see them for a long time. So we're gonna get used to it, and we're gonna get used to the new rules with the Marian reforms. And I think I did remember it most of the time, at least, throwing my pillow when I could. So by that, I think we're done. So 6-2 was the end record here. Okay, thanks guys for watching, and I think next time we will do the last battle of the Cimbrian War. It's further to the east, and I think it might be the Cimbri who does their last attack there. Let's see. By that, again, thanks for watching, and see you later. Bye bye.